Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. Here are the names we've now gone through. We still have Melissa out there heading to the west of Bermuda as we head into tonight. Question is, are we going to see any more of these names before the season ends? Remember, we have just over a month left in the hurricane season. Now, normally, November, it's fairly quiet, and hopefully it stays quiet. But here's that latest satellite imagery of Hurricane Melissa. You can see it's trying to hold on to that eye, a much more ragged eye compared to a few days ago where it was just that absolutely amazing looking hurricane as it was approaching Jamaica with that very intense, very distinct eye. Now, since then, it is starting to undergo more and more of those changes. The wind shear, it's starting to pick up, and it's going to really start to pick up over this system as we go through the next 24 hours. It's also going to start to move over some much cooler waters. But as of now, winds are at 105 miles an hour. It's starting to pick up more and more of that forward speed, moving to the north-northeast now at 24 miles an hour. So passing to the west of Bermuda, and then it continues that trek over cooler waters. And by the time we get into Friday, this is an extratropical system. It's moved over those cooler waters, the strong wind shear over this, and that will basically be the end of the storm as far as tropical weather. It still punches some pretty strong winds across the North Atlantic all the way into next week. Here's that wind field as it moves by Bermuda as we head into tonight, basically putting this in those tropical storm force winds coming up from the south and the southwest, but it should stay far enough to the west that it doesn't cause any major issues for Bermuda as it passes quickly by for tonight. And then by tomorrow morning, here we are at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it is already well past Bermuda heading into the North Atlantic. Other than that, here's Melissa. You look across the rest of the tropics, it's quiet in the Caribbean, it's quiet in the Atlantic, and of course it's been very quiet across the Gulf pretty much all season long. But we're going to be watching because we still have that little over a month to go in the season, and there are indications that at least lower pressure starting to develop across the western Caribbean. So this would be an area that would be favored to see some sort of development if it were going to happen. And so that's why we'll focus in and we'll watch this area as we head through the first part of November. But at this point, not seeing any definite signs of anything developing. Of course, we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.